have, Phil. Welcome to Belltrees.
Thank you very much, Judy, and what a beautiful place this is.
Well, it is rather lovely, actually. It takes a bit of upkeep. It's got 54 rooms, so it's quite a big house to look after.
It's absolutely huge. It's almost like, in many ways, a palace when you walk inside. Would you agree?
No, I don't think exactly like a palace, but it's certainly kept open, and we use every room because all the family keep coming back in the weekends, and it's a very much lived-in family house.
Let's go upstairs. Is that okay? Are we allowed upstairs?
Yeah. There are 13 bedrooms in the house.
13?
13. And so every 4 years we have the whole family come, and I think 2 years ago there was 86 staying for 5 days here over Christmas. This is rather interesting. We'll go into the old linen press here, which Phil...
Judy, this is the size of my bedroom at home.
Well, I always find that this is a very interesting mass of cedar cupboards. It was, of course, in its heyday when there used to be lots of staff here working. In some of these cupboards, which I will open for you, is all the butler's jackets and the maids' dresses and things that used to be, but of course, being life a bit different nowadays, I seem to have to perform all the tasks that that the staff did in the old days. But we've left this as it is because it is an absolute emblem of the era of 1907 when the house was built.
How many staff did you have then?
When my mother-in-law married and came here in 1926, there was somebody standing behind every chair in the dining room, so that was a very different to what we have now.
I'm sure you sometimes wish it was still the case.
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. I think it's rather nice to be independent in your own surroundings as well.
What's it like for you as one of the people involved in maintaining such a historic place?
Sadly, in Australia, we get no help at all, federally or statewide, to try and preserve any of the old buildings on Belltrees. And so, do you want to go outside? Yes.
Love to.
So I say that we're trying to preserve all of this, not just for the white family, but for rural Australia. You get a lovely view from up on the top balcony here.
You sure do.
And just out in front of us there are two hills, Phil, which on an early map of 1828, they're called the Brothers. And the history of Belltrees goes back many generations because all the brothers got on well together, and this is my aim, that we have seven children and 5 sons, and that Belltrees will only be able to be preserved in the future if all the children get on well together.
Judy, Belltrees, I suppose, owes much of its existence to the Hunter River. What does the Hunter River mean to you?
Well, the Hunter River is the most marvellous bondage running through the whole of Belltrees, and it always has. In the early grants, once you had the water, you could use the land. And so in the map downstairs on the wall, you will see that the early grants all hugged the Hunter River. And so it weaves right through Belltrees, right down where it joins Lake Glenbourne, right down on the southern tip. Of course, extending the theory of the river a little bit further, because in all the countries of the world, civilizations have all started around a river. And here in the Hunter, I work very hard for people to realise that the river is the bondage between the upper Hunter, the lower Hunter and Newcastle, and anything that we do here affects the people in Newcastle and vice versa. And so I think it's essential is for us to realise that the river is the bondage that joins the whole Hunter Valley together.
Let's go inside again.
Oh, this is the dining room. So, well, there's been dinner parties in here for generations.
And some very famous and interesting people here too, I imagine, over the years.
Yes, we've been very lucky to have entertained Prince Charles and, of course, Tony Armstrong-Jones, who is related into the family, and, lots of very interesting people. Here we are in the kitchen, and like all old country houses, one seems to start and end in the kitchen. Phil, would you like a cup of tea?
Love one.
Thank you.